Every single American needs to see what Karoline Leavitt just said, because she set the record straight on what's actually happening in Los Angeles. There's a lot of fake news. There's a lot of craziness being said by Democrats right now. And she just went scorched earth on Gavin Newsom and on Karen Bass. And you need to see this, and we're going to watch this together. My name is Clayton Kearns, as always, from trendingpolitics.com. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's so important to stay informed and to be equipped with knowledge and the truth about what's going on. Because if you pay attention to some of these news networks, and by the way, the left is paying influencers to go out there and make videos about their opinion, it is so cringeworthy and it's so predictable, but a lot of people are falling for it. It's so important. So please make sure you subscribe for all the future updates. Now, let's watch this video. I'm going to make it full screen, and we're going to see what Karoline Leavitt has to say this morning in her scorched earth presser.
What we have seen transpire in Los Angeles, California in recent days is shameful. Left-wing radicals waving foreign flags viciously attacked ICE and Border Patrol agents, as well as Los Angeles police officers. These criminals injured police, threw rocks at police cars and officers, burned vehicles, shut down freeways, and lobbed Molotov cocktails, all because the Trump administration was removing violent criminal illegal aliens from the city. These attacks were aimed not just at law enforcement, but at American culture and society itself. Rioters burned American flags, chanted "Death to ICE," and spray-painted anti-American slogans on buildings. But President Trump will never allow mob rule to prevail in America. The most basic duty of government is to preserve law and order, and this administration embraces that sacred responsibility. Democrats like Governor Gavin Newsom and Mayor Karen Bass shamefully failed to meet their sworn obligations to their citizens. They didn't have the courage to do the right thing and protect law-abiding Californians from rioters. That's why President Trump deployed the National Guard and mobilized Marines to end the chaos and restore law and order. The mob violence is being stomped out. The criminals responsible will be swiftly brought to justice, and the Trump administration's operations to arrest illegal aliens are continuing unabated. When the initial immigration enforcement actions took place on June 6th, Mayor Bass took to social media to say she was deeply angered by what has taken place. Mayor Bass then embarked on one of the most outrageous campaign of lies this country has ever seen from an elected official, blaming President Trump and brave law enforcement officers for the violence. She accused heroic American immigration and customs enforcement officers targeting illegal alien murderers, rapists, and pedophiles of, quote, sowing terror in communities and disrupting basic principles of safety in our city. Around the same time, Governor Newsom claimed that immigration enforcement actions were causing chaos. That's how radical Democrats have become. Their opposition to President Trump has forced them to side with illegal alien criminals in their communities and violent rioters and looters over law enforcement officers who are just doing their jobs. Mayor Bass and Governor Newsom fanned the flames and demonized our brave ICE officers. Instead of defending their city and their state, Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom claimed that in order for the riots and the violence to stop, ICE needed to leave and immigration raids must end. In other words, the position of the Democrat Party is that the federal government is not allowed to enforce our laws and to arrest and deport illegal alien criminals. They're attempting to use a violent mob as a weapon against their own constituents to prevent the enforcement of immigration law. This is deeply un-American and morally reprehensible. President Trump received a clear mandate from voters to reverse the illegal invasion ushered in by Joe Biden's open border and to end the lawlessness represented by Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom's California. President Trump promised to carry out the largest mass deportation campaign in American history, and left-wing riots will not deter him in that effort.
So that was masterfully put, and thank God President Trump is in office. This is unbelievable. As Karoline says, we're not going to allow mob rule to take over in the United States of America. We're not going to accept it. Did you see the disgusting things that were spray painted on those walls, threatening to off ICE officers and to dox them and to wipe them out, if you know what I mean. I don't want to use certain words for the YouTube algorithm. But this is some of the most disgusting stuff that I have ever seen in my life. And the fact that the Democrats are encouraging it is beyond me. And this is why, if you check over here, this is why the approval rating of the Democrats just fell to an all-time low. 21%, only 21% approve of the Democrat Party. And that is including the radicals. So there's a lot of radicals out there that don't even approve of the Democrat Party. This, and I don't know why this number is not at like 5 or 10%, because any normal, rational human being should be able to look at what's going on in Los Angeles and have a clear mind and say, whoa, 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 this is way too far. We are just simply enforcing immigration laws. And as Karoline pointed out, which I'm going to show you this video here, but the Democrat politicians, Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass, are saying, hey, we'll be peaceful, but you got to stop doing immigration raids. That's never going to happen, okay? People were being deported under Obama. People were being deported under Biden. Why were there no riots? Why was there no madness and chaos? It's all a double standard. And the Democrats don't care about any of that. This is disgusting. ICE, the Department of Homeland Security just posted this propaganda style, World War II style meme. Help your country locate and arrest illegal aliens. To report criminal activity, call this number. Report all foreign invaders. And what I wanted to show you is Karen Bass, her response to all this. To Karoline Leavitt setting the record straight, Karen Bass just says, we're not going to really tell people to be peaceful until the raids stop. She's like, hey, everything was peaceful until you guys started doing raids. What do you mean? When the government started doing their jobs to enforce immigration, like the immigration laws? Give me a break. Take a look at what Karen Bass had to say if you can stomach this 30 seconds.
A week ago, everything was peaceful in the city of Los Angeles and in all of the representatives behind me in their cities as well. Things began to be difficult on Friday when raids took place, and it's important that I begin there because that is the cause of the problems that have happened in the city of Los Angeles and other cities. This was provoked by the White House. The reason why, we don't know.
So she's saying, we don't know why these raids started. And just let you know, everything was peaceful until raids started. So you're telling me that if we just simply enforce immigration laws, that you guys are just going to loot and burn everything down. And he says, we don't know why these raids took place. Have we seen what's going on all around the country? There is fraud being taken place at some of these restaurants where they are knowingly hiring illegal labor. There are so many people here that should not be here, especially the criminals. Like, I know that ultimately the Trump administration wants to get everyone out of the country that is illegal, as many of them as possible. But we're also focusing on the really, really hardcore criminals too. Okay? I mean, the Democrats are defending some of the worst criminals, people that are actually committing violent crimes, and they're defending them. And it makes me sick. And this is kind of funny. Maxine Waters complains that President Trump is going to get the numbers that he promised to get people deported. And the Rapid Response Team says, yes, Trump did promise to arrest and deport illegal immigrant killers, rapists, gangbangers. And that's exactly what he's doing. And she is obviously very upset about that.
He has a responsibility in all of this. He started this. There should be no violence. He should not continue to support violence. They should not be edged on and, provoked in any way. And that's what the President of the United States is doing, to exert his power and to show that he's in charge and to show that he's going to get the numbers that he promised to get people deported. And so you know him. Everybody knows him. He has a...
Well, she is right about one thing. He is doing exactly what he promised that he was going to do. And once again, she's blaming Trump for the violence. So, wait a minute. We're enforcing immigration laws, but it's Trump's fault that violence is happening when Democrats are actually encouraging it and egging it on. I don't even know what to say anymore, but I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please let me know. And if you're still watching this and you have not liked the video, and if you have not subscribed, come on, what are you doing? You got to do that right now. It helps us out so much. So anyways, Clayton Kearns signing off, and I will see you next time.